buddy Dave brought some crazy cool guitars this time. Let's start with this one. PRS Custom 24.
Custom 24.
Wow. I don't even know how to describe this one. When I put it in my hands, the feel of it, you instantly know it's just a really well made guitar.
Yeah.
It just feels that way. What about this top? This top looks amazing.
So that's an orange tiger finish. It's a 10 top. They judge their tiger striping or their figuring with a 10 being the highest, and they'll indicate that with a 10 on the back on the headstock.
Yeah, you told me this. I don't know if this will pick up in the camera, but the number starts with 10.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I never knew that about PRS.
Yeah, it's just their way of telling you what you got.
Awesome.
Of course, it's also on the paperwork that comes with the guitar too.
Yeah. So, knowing you, these aren't stock pickups.
They're not.
What are these?
And that guitar, the pickups it came with were fine. I still have them. But I had put Lawler El Rey humbuckers in this guitar just to try them out. The only experience I had was looking at a YouTube video of someone using them and decided I thought it was a good sound. I had a set of Lawler Imperials already in a different one of my guitars, so chose to do the El Reys, and just a lot of clarity, a little different than the Imperials. I think the Imperials maybe are closer to what the traditional humbuckers are, you know, and these are probably a little bit more modern, but it rings like a bell. Just the notes are real clear.
Oh yeah, it seems like these cut a little bit better through. You hear more definition in the notes. If that makes sense, but that's the way it sounds to my ear, especially for a humbucker. They're just crystal.
Yeah.
Very, very clear. The other thing I really find is interesting, so this is a tremolo.
That's their stock tremolo.
Yeah, it's so cool the way they designed this. And I know these are great for tuning stabilities.
They are.
Those of you that have trim systems, you'll know sometimes when you use them, they're out of tune.
Yeah.
The bridge won't go all the way back, or for whatever reason. I've never ever experienced that on the PRSs. They just seem to have figured it out.
Yeah, and then they went with the locking tuners instead of a locking nut, which I like that process. So it was kind of neat. But
these are amazing, amazing. So how long have you had this one?
Oh, I bought that probably in 2020, maybe 2019. It was a while ago.
Okay.
And just fell in love with it, and I have it, and then I have another one in a purple color, also a custom 24. There's different pickups in that one. But
was this the first PRS you ever got?
That was, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because you've had several since then. I've played some of the other ones that you've had.
Yes.
So here's an interesting thing about PRS. If you're not familiar with their scale length, so pretty much standard when you hear someone talk about a Gibson scale length, from the string nut to the bridge, 24 3/4 of an inch. Fenders are 25.5 inches long.
Yes.
PRS, interestingly enough, is 25 even.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference in how the guitar feels.
It does. It does. And you know, I know there's people that love these and there's people that don't. But you know, it's to each his own. The guitar is very easy to play. The neck pattern on this is a pattern regular. They also have something called the pattern thin. So
tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, they have some different neck profiles, and that's going to be one of the questions if you're ever selling one of these. Is people are going to want to know: is it the wider, thinner neck? Is it a regular thickness neck? That sort of thing.
So one thing on pattern, when we talk about width, the distance across, right? And some necks actually taper. They're narrow here and they get wider as you move up.
Yeah.
When you talk about thickness, then you're talking about the depth of the neck, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then there's one other component, which is the actual shape of the curvature on the back of the neck.
Yep.
All those matter.
Yes.
Especially the guys that play a lot. They get used to a certain feel of the neck.
Yep.
That's really interesting. And what did you say this one was?
This is a pattern regular neck.
Pattern regular.
Yeah, that's how they classified it.
I love the inlays, the birds.
Inlays, yeah.
It's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. I want to hear it just a second.
Yeah.
Beautiful guitar. Thanks for bringing it, man.
You bet.
This is awesome. We'll be back with more.